two things. One is go with the flow. Two
Right.
is you create your own reality. And so the way some people might see this as a contradiction. Well, what are we supposed to do? Or go with the flow? Are we supposed to, so what I try to help people understand is they both work together. And here's the deal. We are who we are. We have gifts, we have talents, we have interests, we have skills. And we're here for some kind of purpose. Why are we born? What can we give? How can we serve this creation and ourselves? So we have kind of a vision for our life. And what do we want to do? Not just, I want to make a lot of money, I want to find the perfect partner. Those things kind of come as a result of doing what is our purpose, what is our mission. So we're aiming in the direction of, this is, you create your own reality, part of it. The other aspect is go with the flow. So, things come up and we deal with them. We didn't necessarily create this experience that the whole world is going through right now. But we need to be able to flow with it. We need to, not resist it. There was even something we read in the Bible, which I thought was fascinating, and it didn't make sense then, but I'm getting it more. It's resist not evil. Resist not evil. So, and that doesn't mean just accept it as it is, but it means that you're not fighting back at it. Right. So I don't know if you've ever studied Tai Chi, but when we were first learning Tai Chi, one of the moves that was kind of inspiring to us was, when somebody comes at you, you don't go back at them like this. What you do is you sort of turn, and then the energy flows past you. And then if that was a negative energy, it falls on its face, but it didn't hit you in your face. And so what you're doing is you're kind of just letting it pass, because everyone in this life is going to experience suffering on some level, whether it's an accident, whether it's a sickness of some kind. Of course, we're all getting older, so we have these, oh my gosh, we're mortal. And then there's death, and just, there's poverty, there's all sorts of things, there's abuse. So it's like this aspect of going with the flow means that you're not fighting what's coming at you in that way. You're using your intelligence and your brilliant mind and your consciousness to let it kind of flow past you, at the same time being very clear on what your vision is and who you are and why you're doing what you're doing, and then you go forward. So I really like to just help people to understand that these two things, go with the flow and you create your own reality, they go together. And the create your own reality, because we all want a good life, we all want a special friend, we all want to have, we don't want to worry about money and paying the bills. So that's, creating your own reality. But we've been doing that all our lives through these inner conversations. So back to the, what is it you're telling yourself? You're telling yourself, I'm poor. Oh no, I'm lonely. I'm alone. I'm struggling. Oh, I have been diagnosed with a serious disease and I'm going to die. And so we suffer doubly because of the way we approach suffering. Right. So these are just, a couple of ways to, the idea of affirmations isn't just, I'm going to do affirmations. It's bringing that whole concept into your life in a very complete way. What are you attracting into your life? You're magnetizing. And you can feel it when somebody walks into a room and they're all glum and they're all grumpy, and you kind of go, oh my God, what's going on? But if someone walks into the room and they're just full of love and bright and shining, and you feel that energy. So it's energy is contagious, whether it's negative or positive. And so we want to be sharing that positive energy with the world around us, because what we're putting out is going to come back. It's just, again, when Dean and I were early on studying all the different religions and learning what, the Buddhist cause and effect, the Hindu karma, law of karma, and then Jesus, what you sow, you shall reap. And so those are all aspects that are pervasive through all the religions. And when we can understand that how the universe works, we can work together with it, and we can benefit from, being, part of a beautiful system, well designed, well considered. And if we understand how it works and plug into it, it's like plugging in a light switch. We're going to be much brighter lights. So I just really like to understand, have people understand that these are just universal principles. This is, we have science, the science of physics. There's the laws of gravity, and there's, all sorts of physical laws, but there are also spiritual laws. And so what I did with my new book, Year of Guided Meditations, is to kind of try to, through these 52 affirmations, it's really the basic principles and laws of the universe on a spiritual level. And when we can understand them and keep enhancing them and repeating them, then here comes this beautiful life that we're yearning for. Here come these wonderful friends and partners, and it's like we're ready. And
Right.
and I believe that the universe on some level kind of conspires. It's like, oh my gosh, you finally got it. Now let me help you. When we lock into the negative aspect of repeating and enhancing the suffering in our life, then the universe kind of freezes. It's like something comes at you, and you just kind of you resist it, and you're angry and you're tense. And then this beautiful infinite sea of possibilities that's swirling about behind you freezes, because you're not there, you're not working with it anymore. But when you can accept what happens to you, even though it isn't what you wanted exactly, but just, it's like, oh my gosh, this came up, and here, how am I going to deal with it? So by breathing through it, by, taking that time, the quiet time every day, and multiple times during the day. I mean, you don't have to spend 20 minutes or an hour meditating. You can spend 5 minutes every hour, or a minute even, and take a few deep breaths, and just kind of get back into that calm, centered space. And then you're working in harmony with the universe and with this beautiful sea of infinite possibilities, because that's what's we can do all the planning, we can have all sorts of business plans, we can have it all written down, we can consult with people who do that sort of thing, but to be able to work with the divine principles, I believe, and the universal oneness, it's there's just these miracles that happen. I think they're miracles, but they're also part of nature that is just kind of waiting to help us.